Alrighty, everybody, it's trivia time. Can you tell me what this Minecraft mob is? Yes, Smeagol, it is a golem, but what kind of golem is it? No, what kind? What kind? Hello, everybody, and welcome back to some more vanilla Minecraft. You all remember the last video. I made myself a very compact bamboo farm, and it's very rudimentary because the hopper system that would need to be underneath the first block isn't actually there because I didn't have enough iron. Now, I did actually put hoppers underneath it, but they don't seem to be working. And I could have sworn that hoppers work through a block at least once, but I guess I was wrong. But I mean, we did get a good bit of bamboo from this thing in between episodes. I've just needed to use it all for stuff. I've also changed it aesthetically, as you can see, like I added little stone walls and everything like that. It still has the dirt pathing behind it, but yeah, I'm just too lazy for that one. But yeah, I think that was some good progression we made in the last video. Now it is time to continue to progress through the world of vanilla Minecraft, because we do not have mods, which means we cannot generate certain resources that are required. One of these very specific resources that I would very much like is iron, because having to go down into my weird corkscrew mine and just find iron randomly just by going off in different offshoots randomly at different intervals is not very efficient. In fact, it was very difficult enough for me to get the iron that I needed to do what we intend to do for this video. And that intent would be to go ahead and then make myself a little iron farm. And I say little very literally, because this thing that I have here, it's gonna be pretty small, actually. Well, I mean, not like small, but, you know, smaller than most iron farms. So I guess then let us just go ahead and get started. So what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to build up a little tower about 10 blocks tall. So right around here-ish. Actually, I could probably go for an 11. I'll go for an 11. Yeah, let's do 11. And then I need to make my way all the way back down. MLG! Oh my gosh, I actually pulled that off. That's my first ever MLG, by the way, so hit that like button for me. Alrighty, and then all I had to do is just break down that tower, and there we go. So now, underneath this thing, that thing is 10 blocks tall, which means I need to move out about 10 blocks myself. So 1, 2, 3...
You get the idea.
Alrighty, here we are, about 11 blocks away, and then all that is left for me to do is to just build a little staircase up to here, because that is how we're supposed to be able to get certain things up here. If you don't know how an iron farm works, I won't spoil it for you. And luckily for me, it looks like I was actually able to math this thing out very properly. Oh my goodness, how fortunate for me. So here we go. Right here is going to be the central point of this. This is the most important part of the whole thing. Then after that, what I need to do is I need to build up about 3 blocks right up here, and then I need to build out a little platform right here. It needs to be about 9-ish. I'm gonna head back right down into here, and then I can just go ahead and then break these blocks right down. Not with an axe, mind you. That would be a very bad decision. Alright, so here we go. This is basically what the initial part should look like. You have that little thing up there, and then right here. And it has become nighttime, which is slightly fortunate, slightly unfortunate, because we do actually need to do some things that are outside of it, but we also need the nighttime itself for zombies. And there are some right over there, so I need to be very mindful about this. So what I'm going to do is right here, we need to put a block here and a block here, and then we put glass here and here. That is a zombie that is approaching. You're not supposed to come up here yet, my friend. I don't want you yet. You don't. No. You got a friend over there. I don't really need you. So you know what? Go ahead and die, my friend. Yep. Bye. Okay. So now what I need to do is I need to take a boat of some kind. And since we're in 1.20, I'm going to be using myself a little raft, and then we can put this raft right here. And I just need to just sort of sail this right about here, and there we go. Oh, I also realized something. I thought to build this up by 3, but I mistakenly put the third one on the layer. It needed to be up higher than that. Alright, I fixed the problem, but I needed to change it to daytime because, oh dear. Oh, I almost died. That would have been the first death of the series. Okay, but as I was trying to say, I needed to turn it back to daytime because we started getting skeletons to spawn, and we really don't want that. So I think it might be in my best interest to also start placing down a few torches in the area just to be safe, because we don't want skeletons or any such like that. We want zombies, and if I can go up here, I can. That is good. So then all that will be left after that will just be to continue the process. Now, I do want to have kind of a little bit of offshoots right here, because this is going to be how we're going to completely seal the guy inside. So it'll be very fortunate to have these here preemptively, because otherwise I won't be able to get around to him. So yeah, now we just need to wait for night to come again.
Later.
Okay, so you all remember how I was saying I was waiting for it to turn nighttime? Well, seems that the world is against me, because it made it rain instead. And that is going to greatly reduce some video quality. This is unfortunate indeed, especially since it's about to turn nighttime. I do not want to wait another 10 minutes. Okay, well then what we can do is to reduce the, not reduce, to increase the video quality as much as possible. I'm just going to get the zombie in place, and then I'm going to go to sleep, and the rain should stop, and then we can continue to work from there. Ah, yes, here we go. Welcome, my fleshyless friend. Come on, let us get you up to where you're supposed to be. Come along, my friend. Now, I do want to be very careful not to move too fast against this guy, because he is a zombie. He is very slow, much slower than me, in fact. And yes, that is a stupidity joke. So now what we need to do is we just need to get him up here, and then go back here. Wait, did he fall? I think he fell. Yeah, he fell. Dang it! Let us try this again. Come along, my fleshyless friend. You will come to me, yes. Come on, get in the boat. And yes, there we go. So, the reason why we need him in a boat is because there's 3 ways to get a zombie to never be able to despawn. One of them, and the easiest way of them, is to have them in a boat. So now that all this is done, he shouldn't be able to despawn, and he won't burn because we have this little platform right over him. So now, we need to go to bed so that way we can get rid of this rain. Tally-ho! Darn, I messed that one up. Oh, hello, zombie. Oh yeah, that's another way to get a zombie to never despawn. For them to be holding items. I just couldn't figure that one out. Also, this is easier. Alrighty, so, what we're going to be doing next is, I'm going to need to make a little wider way of a pathway, so that way I do not tempt the zombo right here, because he can still very much hit me. So, I can't place blocks right here, because his hitbox is in the way. That is a problem, but there is a very easy solution. So, all I need to do is break that block right there, and then put a glass block right here. That is where the glass block will go. But I'm pretty sure that before I do that, I need to have myself a piston right here, then I can put the glass block right there, and then we just need to use a lever, and vamoose! It is all well and good. It is now right there, and then we just need to repeat this process on the other side to have him completely sealed off. Unfortunately, this does mean I'll need to alter my pathway a little bit, but you know what? That is fine. Put the glass block there, and boop! There we go. It's actually fairly simple. So then, after that, I can just go ahead and build up blocks right here. Now, I am going to use this one here, and then this back one here as temporary blocks, because those things will be broken in the near future. And then after that, we just put glass right back up here, and then we'll also do the same right here. And there we go. He is completely sealed off from the world. Yay! So then after that, what we're going to need is we're going to need these things right here to be little boxes. So all of this stuff that I'm placing right here, these are all temporary blocks. They ain't going to be staying. I am going to need to repeat this little process right here on all 4 sides though. So, let's do that. Alrighty, here we go. We got ourselves a little formation. It actually looks really cool, and you know what? Just for the symmetry, so that way it doesn't bother me, we're gonna put this here. Actually, I probably should just break this whole thing down entirely, because this is just, you know, the extended stuff, so we really don't need it anymore. Unless I happen to be just about 2 blocks too low No, I am actually at the perfect height. There we go. So, now what we do is we just need to build up our walls 3 high on each of these. And there we go. We don't seal up the tops, though. We want this side to be perfectly up. Then we want this one to be exactly the same as the other wall. And there we go. That will be this portion here. And we need to repeat this process on all 3 sides.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Alrighty, here we go. Everything is all laid out completely perfectly. I definitely didn't run out of glass halfway through thinking I had enough. Okay, so now what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to build up more of a pathway up to these things, because each one of them is going to need to have some way of getting something into there. And I also need to place some torches in there. And hindsight, probably should have done that while I was still up there, but that's fine. So let's go ahead and grab some building blocks. So here we go. I got myself the pathways all the way up to here, and I even got the torches in place. So that is all well and good. So now we reach the final phase of it. Well, I say final phase, but it's like the 3rd to final phase of this. So what we're going to need is just 3 insignificant beds, you know, just some very beds that aren't really that important at all in the slightest. You know, let's just indiscriminately take beds, say, this one, and then maybe, this one, and I don't know, maybe this one. Yeah, these all look like very nice beds to have indeed. So then after that, what we can do is we can just go ahead and then place each of the beds into each one of these holes. Put bed there, and then last but not least, we put the odd man out, the white bed, right there. There we go. So the reason we have beds here is for a very, very simple reason indeed. We are going to need to go in and grab ourselves 3 little villagers, just 3 villagers who have nothing to do with anything. And the easiest way to be able to lure them over will be between having job blocks and also just sailing them over to there. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to make it so that they do not have jobs themselves. And one of these farmers right here is worthless, so we can go ahead and break his block. Clearly this was not his block, but actually, you, my friend, you will do very nicely. So I'm gonna need you to get into this boat. You can be the first of many. I need to get in the boat. There we go. All right, I'm in the boat. Here we go. So now all we have to do is just sail the little pedestrian all the way down over to there. It'll be glorious. Let us go, my friend. We are here. Oh my goodness, you are a very heavy friend, you know that? Okay, so how I'm going to be able to get them up there is with job blocks. One of these job blocks is called a barrel. Now, it would have been better if I had like a bare pathway, but I don't really have the time to go ahead and grab some more of those. So we'll just put a barrel right here, and then we will break down the boat so that way we can lure him up to there. So let's get him right here. And then, no, you are not going where I want you to. Okay, yes, come on. Let's see you go up there. Let's see you go up here. Up here. Up here. Stop moving. Stop it. Stop it. Stop. Stop. Yes. Oh, gosh, I hit him. You know what? That's fine. I don't care. He deserves a beating. Okay, let's try this again. Will you please, for the love of God, just go and take your job. Take your job. Alrighty, here we go. We've begun making progress. Okay, hurry up and come on. Did you just fall? Did you just fall, my friend? Yes, here we go. Let's just keep building it upwards. We'll keep on getting you up. You will reach the top, my friend. You will get up there. Don't you worry. Okay, now we just need to put a block up here. And then I'm gonna do the invisible one because that'll probably be the hardest one to get him into. No. Why are you... What? Okay, well, I guess then let's just break this down and, okay then. Alright, as you can see, that was a very grueling process, and I'm gonna have to do that 2 more times. So yeah, see you all when that's done. Alrighty, I got all the villagers in their proper placements. For some reason, the guys who already had roles were much easier to get up here than the guy who didn't have a role. But you know what? That is okay. So, now what we need to do is we need to take down these front 3 blocks. And then we're going to need to replace each of them with stairs. There we go, like this. Okay, and then we just continue on like so. And there we go. Now we've got ourselves the stairs. So now, from beyond that, we just need to take this thing out by 2 going all the way out in a nice little formation. We need to do the 2 for the same thing on each left and right side. But then, once we reach the back, we actually need to go out by 4. So we just need to take it all the way back to here. We are counting these initial blocks, so then we just need to make all of this match up. And there we go. I had exactly enough for the platform. However, I think I may have needed a little bit more. I could be wrong though. But now that we have all of this out of the way, we're just going to need to go back downwards and then go ahead and grab some walls. And I'm also going to need to change this back to daytime. Actually, it turning nighttime is very fortunate because we do actually need all of them to be able to link up to their beds. So having this happening now is actually very convenient. We were going to need this, so this will save me a little bit of time. So anyways, the walls themselves. So how we're going to be placing these is we're going to need it to be right here, and then we go outwards like this, and then I can go ahead and then break this one right here. I'm going to need to do this little process on all 4 of the corners. Alrighty, there we go. Now I've got all the corners filled out. So now what we just need to do is we just need to fill each one of these in with walls and not stairs. I don't even know why I have a 4th one. And we just take all of this all the way around like so for each and every one of these. Except for this one. This one, we only bring out 1 onto each of these. And then here we go with this last one. We can just bring it all the way out. And there we go. Now this entire thing is all completely filled in to its proper dimensions. So now what we need to do next is we just need to go and grab some signs. Okay, so what we're going to do with these signs is we're going to put a sign right there, leave it blank, and then we can put a sign over there and leave it blank, and then put 1 more sign on top of one of these signs. Nope, that didn't work. Okay, then we can put it right here, and there we go. If I can't put another one here, I cannot. There we go. This job right here is now completed. So then after this, what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to put down 2 buckets of water. I have 1, but I am going to need to go ahead and grab 1 more bucket. Alright, and then we can put the little bucket here, and there we go. The current is flowing correctly. Everything looks like it's doing okay. This is good. This is really good. So now that we have all of that out of the way, the last thing we can do, well, not the last thing, but the next thing we can do is we can finally take down all this pathing and stuff like that. We no longer need to have a pathway here, and in fact, it will just get in the way. Alrighty, here we go. We got rid of all the pathway, and now the last thing that we need, well, okay, I keep saying the last thing. It's not the last thing. The next thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to line this up, because right here, yes, this is the perfect amount of length. We're directly under the front of the guy. So now I just need to break this down to just 1 block, so that way we have a little marker. Okay, very good. Very, very good. Actually, wait a minute. Nope, I am mistaken. This is not the one that is in front of it. It needs to be right here. There we go. That is the one that we are looking for. Having it underneath that one would be very, very bad. So we need it to be here, and then in front of that, that is where this will begin. So now what we need to do is we just need to dig out a little 3x3 hole, and it needs to be about 2 deep. I believe it may be 3. Alright, so now we've got the little setup down there completely done. So now the last thing that we're going to need to do is we're going to need to put down a bunch of hoppers that are going to need to be going into each other. So this thing pointing down, that's no bueno. We need that to go into each of these other ones. It can be in any formation you want, just so long as they're all going into another one. And you know what? I'll have it in a little spiral thing for some reason. Okay, so now all of that is done, but now we're going to need some chests, so that way we can have a full thing. Oh, what do you know? Conveniently placed chests right here. There we go. That will probably break my axe, just as I was about to think. Alrighty, there we go. Now we got the whole thing set up. So if I drop in a piece of dirt, it should make its way over to the chest. Yes, it has. There we go. Okay, so then I'm going to need to seal that portion of it up just a little bit, so that way it doesn't, you know, get poured in with stuff. So then after that, we just need to block up this whole way with just a buttload of signs. Just a complete crap ton of them. Alrighty, there we go. So now it should look something like this. So then after that, what we need to do is we just need to put up a layer of blocks. Now, you can do an extra layer just to be a little bit extra safe, but you only need just one. I am going to do the second one, though, because I do live near a village, and in case any of them do accidentally end up wandering over here, I don't want them to walk into the lava pit, because that wouldn't be pleasant at all. And as you just heard, I said lava pit, and I also just fell in said lava pit. Oh dear. But yes, as I said, we are going to need to fill this thing with some lava. Now, if you remember the last video, I had a lot of trouble finding lava, but fortunately, I've located a nearby source, and I only need one bucket. So now that we have ourselves the lava bucket, what we need to do is go to the dead center and then place ourselves, shift, and then place a bucket of lava, and it should just spread out to all of them. Yes, there we go. And despite the signs being made out of wood, they will not burn. For some reason or another, this is completely fine. And because this is completely fine, we are now almost completely done. There is but one last thing that we must do, and that is mortify the villagers. So all I need to do is I need to just go ahead and then build up all the way up here. And the way that this farm works is villagers need to be able to do two things. They need to be able to sleep, and they all need to be able to see a zombie in front of them, so that way they can be oh so scared. So now I just need to break this block. That guy will be terrified, especially since he's already been able to sleep. Then we need to break this one right here, so that way that guy will be terrified. Oh, and he's holding a block too. There we go. All very well and neat. And then I can reach that block from here, and then once this is done, the golems will start spawning very, very shortly, and then they will all fall down into the lava, and then they will die, if I did this properly. And yes, a golem has spawned on the wrong portion of the thing. Okay, so what that means is I'm going to need slabs. So I'm going to need to build my way up all the way over to there, and then also I'm going to need to put slabs down. Oh, also, because I made this one out of stone, because I didn't have any other options, he's able to spawn on here, because glass is not a spawnable block. So yeah, by having push him off, and then by having a bottom slab right here, he should just be completely unable to be able to spawn on here again. So now I just need to make my way back up and then break everything else. Okay, so yeah, that was the error I had made, was because of the fact that that part was stone. Okay, so now that I've put the bottom slabs on there, he shouldn't be able to spawn because mobs don't spawn on bottom slabs. So they should then eventually start going down into here, unless they won't be able to because I have this guy here. So I am actually going to need to take him down. That is unfortunate. So I just need to build myself up about 3 blocks, and then I'm going to need to bring out my sword, and then come on over. Come on. You want to hit? Oh gosh! Oh gosh! He's able to strike me. Oh gosh! Well, first death of the series, everybody. Just gonna take all my stuff back. Thank you very much, Golem. Oh my goodness. You know, you were very rude by doing that. I just wanted to kill you, and you had to go off and do something like that. Shameful. Yeah, there we go. Now let's take him down. Take him down. Everybody will see as he falls, and hopefully this will start working before nighttime. Come on. Okay, there we go. Now he is dead, so he shouldn't be in the area to defend them. My pickaxe is missing. Why is my pickaxe missing? Oh, there we go. Look over there. It's working. Yes! Okay, and the reason why we're not going to be able to miss out on any loot is because the drops spawn at the golem's feet. Because their feet is on those pistons, we're getting ourselves the iron. Oh my gosh, the iron farm, and technically the poppy farm, is now completed. So yeah, I could just sit here AFK for like a good while, and it'll just continuously make some more and more iron, which means I'll be able to have full iron tools, and I'll be able to replace my iron pickaxe that I made last video, but I had already broken. Yeah, iron farms are actually kind of one of the most essential ones to have, because they are a very valuable resource that lasts you throughout the entirety of the game. So yeah, this is very useful to have indeed. So I guess then what we can do is we can just take that, make ourselves a new iron pickaxe, and then take this, and then make ourselves a new iron sword. I can also make myself an iron axe, and I'm not even going to bother with the iron hoe because that would be worthless. So, there we go. I've got myself a full set of iron tools. And you know what? Let's bite the bullet here for a second. Let's go ahead and then make myself an iron chest plate, and then put that on over the gold one because I really don't need these right now. And there we go. We now have ourselves full-on iron gear with nothing else in my way. Oh my goodness. We've done some good things here today, folks. Soon, my friend. Very, very soon. But yeah, with golems that spawn every so often, I honestly think that this is a very good design for iron golem farming. Now, I'm not going to lie. This is not my design. If you guys want to see who actually made this, check the link in the description. There'll be a link to the original video and the creator of it. So enjoy that in case you ever need to. And all that being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and check out my last vanilla Minecraft video. Bye-bye!